So I'm going to rename this video series The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I just got done. If you're following along and you're watching the videos as I push them out, is it still the 18th? Still Sunday the 18th. But does this look like the inside of my tent to you?
No.
Does this look familiar like from 2 nights ago? Well, then you might be right. We are actually in the same exact hotel that we had spent the first 2 nights when we left the Dalton. What had happened was we were there. You guys saw the video. We were at Riley Creek, Denali. We had set our temps up, and when it was raining, we started looking at the weather report for tomorrow. That's some really good pizza, by the way. We ordered this pizza the first time we were in this town. It's really good, so we ordered it again. So we started looking at the weather report, and that Highway 8 that we were going to do tomorrow, and I think it's 130 miles long, and the forecast, it has some elevation to it, not too high, but maybe 2,000 to 3,000. It wasn't that high elevation, but the weather report at that height, when we're going through it, it's going to be snowing, and before and after it, it's going to be raining, and the terrain is dirt and mud, and we just got done. You saw what the Dalton did, and this is a mini version of the Dalton. It's the same exact type of road, all improved. That mud, that silty, slimy mud mixture that gets over everything. So we're sitting there looking at it and thought, if in fact we kept to schedule, tomorrow morning, it starts raining there. It started raining there when we left, and then it's going to hit hard right now. It's 9 o'clock, and 10 o'clock it's going to hit hard. And it's going to rain from 10 o'clock tonight all the way through tomorrow. All the way through. So no matter what time we got up, 6, 7, 8, 9, whenever we started our trip, we were going to wake up. We're going to have to dress into the rain, dress out while it's raining, collapse our bedding and our tent and everything while it's raining, and ride in the rain. I mean, it was rain. I mean, I don't think Noah had more rain than what was projected in the next few days. So we were exhausted, we were tired, and Greg mentioned, well, we stay, and we both looked at each other, and he goes, or we can pack up. Now here's the deal on that, is that the first set of raining was coming in at 6 or 7, so we had about 45 minutes to an hour to pack and get out of town, and we did it. It was just like, boom, boom, boom. My wife Julie booked us. We found this room again, same exact spot. The funny thing is there was 3 rooms left when we left Denali. Tonight, just for the heck of it, I checked the website when I came in, and all the rooms are gone already. So it's good that we did it before we left. So we did all that, collapsed our stuff in record time, came on back, and I think it's about a 2.5 to 3 hour ride. And we just started hauling butt, and we get into these really high areas of elevation and we were getting soaked. Although we had all our wet weather gear on, so we didn't get soaked ourselves, but all of our gear on our bikes did. And they came into this one pass area where the visibility was just really dense. We were in the clouds. You could barely see. The car in front of me was probably about 30 to 40 yards in front. I could barely see its taillights. So visibility got really, really shaky. Then you got the water on the helmet and the visor. The good thing about it, or the difference was, at least it wasn't, combined with mud like we had at the Dalton. So we come back down, we're in Fairbanks, and everything's familiar. I mean, we were 2 days at Fort Wayne, right? We were 2 days here. We've been in Fairbanks the bulk of this trip. We've spent at least 4 to 5 days in Fairbanks trying to do these side trips. And there's not a lot here in Fairbanks. There's really not. If you guys remember, I did the video where we were swapping out our tires outside the tire place to put our knobbies on. And that place is literally across the street and about down 2 blocks. I would say less than half a mile from here is where that tire place is, which is an important thing I wanted to point out. So we pull into the lobby area. We were here this morning. We pulled in. I go check in. Greg's out with the bike. I come back out, and he's standing next to my bike, and I'm looking at him, and he goes, your tire's flat, rear tire. I go, and I thought he meant low. When he said flat, I thought, it needs air. No, it was done. There was no air in the tire at all anymore. And he goes, no, I was sitting, Greg McGregor saying, when you went inside, I was sitting here on my bike, I'm looking at your bike, and I literally saw it go down. He saw it. He goes, so you either picked up something in this lot, or we made a quick U-turn when we came off the freeway in another lot. And he goes, it just had happened. So in one way, I guess if you think about this logically, had we stayed in that campsite, the tire, whatever happened to the tire, if in fact it was a matter of road debris or road hazard, such as a nail, a screw, or something from the road itself that caused the flat, it wouldn't have happened because the tire wouldn't have been in that environment. But if it's anything else, any kind of odd anomaly that why that tire went flat, we don't want to deal with a flat tire. We just don't. But we're dealing with it. It happened right in front of our hotel room, and we just basically pushed the bike in front of the hotel room, threw a cover over it, and said we'll deal with it tomorrow. And that's going to entail just calling AAA, as you guys saw in a prior video. We're not going to unload anything, we'll just get AAA out here first thing in the morning, have AAA drive it from here right across the street, because it's not holding air. I have an air pump, and if it held air to any extent, yeah, sure, even and when we have it at, I'm running at about 35, 36 psi, and then even if it would hold like to 20, 25, I would just ride it there myself. And I might try to do that tomorrow, but the safety net is, once again, the AAA. They'll come, they'll tow it, they'll bring it over there, we'll check out of here, they'll bring it over there, and we'll just address it with them and just say, whatever you can do to make this wheel and this tire and this tube roadworthy again, we're here until that happens. And let them deal with it. And Greg said we might have some negotiating power because they are the ones that mounted a brand new tube, a brand new tire. The tire looks omnidirectional by my layman's eye, but Greg just did notice that it's a one-way directional tire that they did mount in reverse. So, and not only that they did mount it, you think they would want to guarantee their work. If in fact it's not road debris, if it's something that, I thought maybe it'd been a pinch tube like I dealt with on Route 66, but Greg made a good point. If it's a pinch tube, usually you're going to encounter that, within an hour or, less than 100 miles of riding it. The pinch tube is going to declare that. The only thing that's kind of bothering me is, of course, we got the tire. Greg had to go pick up that tire from another shop, by the way, if you guys remember that video. I'm just hoping they have a tube, because if not, I do not want to pick up residents here in Fairbanks. I do not want to get my mail here. I do not want to do another video in Fairbanks. And right now, whoa, right now, I almost dropped the phone. Right now, our goal, it looks really blurry too. Oh, hold on. So as it stands right now, we're done sightseeing. The only thing I do want to hit or see is on our way back, we're taking 37, the Canadian highway. I think it's in, we come out of the Yukon around Watson Lake, and we jump on 37, which is in British Columbia. And the only thing I really want to stop by and see is Jade City and look at possibly getting another fishhook necklace made out of jade. Other than that, and it's along the way home. But other than that, our goal is to get out of this weather, get out of Alaska, head east while this weather moves northeast. There is going to be some weather when we get through Tok, Alaska, all the way into Beaver Creek going towards Whitehorse in Canada. But it doesn't matter. We got to go that way. That's the direction of travel. Our goal is just to make tracks. So, and our goal for tomorrow was to wake up here as early as possible. Our plan was don't take anything off the bikes, walk in with our gear, take showers, get warm, get something to eat, go to bed, wake up. Don't have to load the bikes. Just throw our covers off, and we're out of Dodge. We're just, boom, we're gone. We're making time. Now, we got to take another delay. So, from now on, I got to say that the, Arctic quest, that's over.
We're going south.
We're going south. We're going to get some of that sun, some of that heat in Riverside that my wife's complaining about that it's so hot. But I'll be happy to embrace that. But, yeah, our Arctic quest point. So this is the good and the bad and the ugly trip now. The good part is that this flat happened right here, right in front of our hotel room. We weren't on the side of the road dealing with it in the rain. Thank goodness. So that's the good. The bad part of it is that it did happen. The ugly part of it is that it happened when we're supposed to be on the road tomorrow. All right, I think you guys are getting the idea. So, anyways, we're going to finish eating this pizza. We're just gonna relax. Probably watch. What were we watching last night? It kept looping.
Transformers.
we we were exhausted yesterday. It was a planned down day, but we kept falling asleep at different times. So I woke up and Transformers, the first one, Transformers was playing, and Greg had fallen asleep watching it. I'm like, oh, Transformers! So I'm watching it. He wakes up halfway through, and as he's watching it, I kind of start dozing off. And I wake up and it started again. I go, did you start again? Oh, no. He goes, this is a different one. I go, no, this is the part that was playing when you were sleeping. And then right after that, it came on again. I don't know what channel it was. All it was doing was looping the first Transformers movie. And I think there was another movie. It's one big blur. I think there was another movie that we were watching. I can't remember. Oh, actually, it was some spy movie. I fell asleep. I didn't watch it. All right. So that's 11 minutes of me just blabbering and living the life. But I'm taking you guys along with me. Arctic Quest, done. Get Home Quest, that's what we're doing now. And it just seems like the harder we try, we get pushed back. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'll give you guys updates. Hopefully you don't get an update until we're in Canada. That's what I'm looking forward to. All right, take care, everybody. Have a good night.